What's up guys, it's Oblivious Gamer here, and today I will be talking about an indie game that just came out, and it's a mecha game. Now, I apologize if I sound different or muffled. I just had my wisdom teeth pulled, so I'm a bit still in pain and under some meds. But let's continue with this. The game I'm talking about is Mecha Knight's Nightmare. It's an indie game described as a mecha action shooter, plunging the player into an apocalyptic war, engage in epic battles with endless hordes of monsters in your powerful customizable mech. It just came out like maybe a day or two ago, and it's done by only one person. This game has been surprisingly fun, though of course this game has problems, but for the price, which is $15.99, and the fact the game was developed by one person, I feel I can overlook some aspects. Now, before I continue, if you like the content, don't forget to subscribe. Mecha Knight's Nightmare was a game that popped into my Steam feed as those new and trending games. And as a mecha fan, I thought, hey, why not give it a try? The reviews are positive, the price is good, and it seems interesting. How is the story? Well, the story is a bit bland. You play as Ethan, the captain of Echo Team. One day, you are patrolling the border as the world has basically been at war, and suddenly a nuke blows. At first, he was thinking that, it was their nuke and that they managed to nuke the enemy. However, he turns out to be very wrong, as the ones responsible for were these monsters that nobody knows where they came from. They're just attacking humans. What's their goal? Nobody knows anything. You're just trying to survive. The way the story is told is pretty straightforward. It's told through very brief cutscene, but it's mostly through character dialogue as you're doing your missions, so there is voice acting. And how the lines are read are a bit... take a look.
I volunteered.
Really?
Well, it was either that or tending to cattle for the rest of my life. Easy choice, to be honest.
Well, hello there. About time my white knight in shining armor showed up. I'll use a hand here if you aren't too busy.
I can always find time for you, Lieutenant. Where do you need me?
Get rid of these red bastards first. Then we'll take it from there.
You bet. I'm on it.
Our main character Ethan, for example, he seems like he's trying too hard to act cool, and he just has this voice that he does. It's really weird. I feel like he tries to sound like Snake for some reason. He tries to lower his voice and sound he's like, Colonel, we need to do this. I cannot do it, but it just sounds weird, and you can feel that it's forced. However, of course, we're not here for the story, but for the gameplay. I have to say, it's very straightforward and very fun. Basically, you pilot the mech. It has 4 ranged weapons. Left click and right click control 2 of the weapons, and Q and E control the other 2 weapons. Your mech can walk, or it can use a boost to move quickly. You will also have to watch out for your health, ammo, and boost. Your boost can recover with time. However, health and ammo, you will need to find these crates that you can find scattered in the map. Enemies can drop them, or you can call a supply drop that will drop, ammo, boost, health. Sadly, there is no melee. I think it would have been a cool addition to the game, but the game is still fine as it is. You will be fighting hordes of enemies, some with health bars that are pretty big, and they just come at you in many. It can get very crazy. Don't expect much help from your AI companions, so a lot will be up to you. Some weapons can feel weak, so with time you will be able to get better weapons to help you out. I feel the minigun is one of the best weapons in the game. Usually weapons, mech pieces like chest, arms, head, active skills, passive skills will be found in chests that are scattered around, or your enemies can drop one, which you will find them through story mode, or raids. The customization is really great in this game. There's a lot of options to mix and match, so you will be able to create a amazing looking mech and try different weapons and see what works with you. Keep in mind, all mech parts do have stats, so they affect your mech from weight to recovery to health, so please keep that in mind. There is also a separate option to upgrade your mech, where you can upgrade health, boost, slots for active and passive abilities, precision, weapon cooling, and more. There is a nice amount to unlock and upgrade in this game. There's also the option to paint your mech. However, at least for me, I feel some of the styles just don't look good. They just look off. Missions in the game are okay-ish. To basically sum them up, it's just survive a big horde of enemies. Though at times there are other objectives like protect a location, for example, but still most of the time it's just you trying to survive a massive horde of enemies, even fighting with like strong enemies at times. There are raids too, which basically it's a survival mode where you have to survive as long as you can, and then you have to call an extraction when you want to leave. So it's not like you can just die and oh, you get all the rewards from the raid. You actually have to extract and try to leave, and there's a specific time that your extraction will be there waiting for you, otherwise you will have to wait for another one. And also, you can do raids during the story mode or once you're done with the story. And you can see how far you can get with these raids because they're different maps. Raids can be important as they're a good way to get money between the story mode to upgrade your mech. At least I feel it that way because sometimes the story mode doesn't reward you much money. And in raids you can get a decent amount and you definitely want to get money to upgrade your mech. This game is not perfect. It does have flaws. The story, voice acting. Obviously this game is not a looker. Sometimes gameplay can be stiff or there could be weird bugs. But in the end of the day, for $15.99, and the fact that this game is developed by one person, it makes it a bit easier and digestible to overlook some of these flaws. Personally, I had a blast with the game. I think the gameplay is very fun and engaging. I like a lot of these type of horde shooters, especially, being in the mech as I'm moving around because it's very quick, especially when you're boosting, just firing all your 4 weapons, trying to survive, and you're panicking as you're surrounded by enemies. It's for sure not for everyone, but I think if you're a mech fan and have been looking for a cheap, fun mecha game and are willing to overlook some flaws, this game is a definite buy. I have been putting hours in this game and just having a fun time. So what are your thoughts? Have you tried Mecha Knight's Nightmare? This has been Oblivious Gamer, and I hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are.